Some market analysis that we received across the financial wire today. That sounds important when I say that, doesn't it? Across the financial wire. I want a ticker tape in my office. I want one of those really old-timey ticker tapes. Yeah. Anyways, what we've heard from some financial analysis that's gone on is they believe, they being those out in the ether, believe that smartphone sales by 2021 could top 1.7 billion. It's at around 1.4 billion currently. But I think the biggest thing that I noticed in this report was that they figure by 2021, 85.5% of the smartphones in operation at that time will be using an Android platform, and only 14.4% will be using the Apple operating system. Now, I don't imagine Apple's shooting for those numbers to be right. In fact, I'm imagining Apple is going to do everything in their power to try to minimize that as much as is humanly possible. But it seems like, from the analysis we see, and again, this is all forecasting well out into the future, they believe that Android is really going to step it up even more and take more and more market share from Apple, which, as an investor of Apple, or an investor of a company that deals with Android, or an investor of a company that happens to make microchips or anything else, screens, you name it, for any of the phone companies involved in this, that may directly affect your portfolio. Now, they say some of the pickup is going to be due to stagnant turnover. Recently, I guess, there has not been near the amount of turnover in smartphones as they plan on being in the future. And again, as technology picks up, we obviously expect to see people buying more of new technology. We did a report about a month ago that said, you know what, they were quite surprised that even the first and second generation Apple iPhones are actually out there still functioning, even though obviously they're quite limited in their capacity and capability at this point now in relative to their big brothers that are out there now. But by 2021, who knows what the market might hold. So take this with a grain of salt, do your research and due diligence, speak to your licensed professional financial advisor, and make sure that you're choosing the type of operating system on your smartphone that you enjoy using, and not one that you think just because the rest of the market tells you that's the best one, that you have to then follow suit like a sheep. You're not a sheep. You're a thinking man. You're watching financial news on YouTube. That's somebody trying to better themselves. You're not a sheep. Do what you like, but definitely do your due diligence. I'm Cody with Wall Street Breakdown. Click subscribe. Stay tuned.